San Antonio to kick it off, and there is their new kicker, Jim Gallery. Folks, if there's one thing about the World League, we can say that the kicking game needs a little work. And Jim Gallery has come in to kick off, and deep for Sacramento. That was Elliot Searcy, number 80. And he's a wide receiver out of Southern. Paco Craig, another wide receiver from UCLA, also back with him.
Don't be outside.
San Antonio favored by 2 points, even though they are winless. Surprising many World League observers. A low kickoff. It will go out of bounds, so it'll come out on the 35-yard line, where Sacramento and Mike Elkins, the quarterback who was a standout at Wake Forest before being drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs, will take over. In 2 games, he has 1 touchdown and a very critical interception last week against Birmingham, which turned that game around. Behind Elkins now, and this is how his backs and wide receivers will line up. Paul Frazier, he's the workhorse. Leon Perry, number 22. Carl Parker, 86, and Craig, 87. So it is 1st and 10 for Elkins. He brings it up at the 35-yard line as we get underway. The Riders show a 5-man front, expecting the pass. The backers are off with the nickel, and incomplete, and he threw high.
Really?
Let's check this Sacramento offensive line, and there is some size here. Notice, now that is Mel Farr, the former running back from UCLA. Mel Farr Jr. at 237, but then 308, 279, 275, 283, and Nua at 330 pounds.
And still growing. And still growing. I watched him eat his dinner last night. You couldn't believe the grub he can put away.
2nd down and 10. Parker coming in motion for the surge. Elkins with good protection, fires complete, and it will be close. It will be a 1st down. 11 yards on that pass to Paco Craig out of UCLA. The defense for the Riders here. And we'll get to that in just a moment as Elkins brings the surge to the line of scrimmage now with the ball on their own 46-yard line. The toss to Frazier, Perry leading the way, and the Riders dominating with Terrence Cooks, number 50, the lead defender, and a penalty flag is down.
We have holding on the offense, number 51.
Bernie Kukar, our referee, and in 3 weeks, that's the first holding call we've had on ABC. I was just starting to enjoy this league.
Sacramento comes into this game as the least penalized team in the NFL. I mean, NFL, the World League.
I knew that was bound to happen before the year was over.
Took 3 games.
Declined, so it will be 2nd down and 12 for Elkins and the surge. Basic I formation, protection, near side, and incomplete. Craig, the intended receiver. John Dykes, 22, was the defender. Now it is 3rd down for Elkins.
Elkins is tall enough to throw over the top of people, but he has a little bit of a sidearm lower delivery. So there are times, even though he is up there at 6'3", he has to throw it around people. The ball from time to time tends to sail and get over the top of the receiver. He did that some last week. He threw much better in the 2nd half last week than in the 1st. He just hasn't thrown many passes under pressure.
They'll take this one from the shotgun. Under pressure, blindside, fumble, Riders recover. He was hit by Terrence Cooks, and the Riders recover.
We have a beef on the field down here.
Big throw around the 18-yard line. Folks, Cooks, if they kick the players out for 2 plays, we might not have enough for the next couple of downs.
They're going to have a hard time making the decision on this one. There's more than 2 guys involved.
The Zebras huddling back by the 10. Look like a jury back there.
93 Brown, 75 White, 21 White will be suspended for 2 plays.
That's David Bailey, number 93. Let's take a look at that fumble, Dick.
You'll see Crooks, number 50, coming from the right side of your screen, far side. Now he's coming around the outside. Some offensive lineman should come out there to pick him up, or else be using some kind of a side adjustment to get rid of the ball. Blind side of the quarterback should not be allowed to get in there that cleanly. No one blocked him.
Greg Ross recovering the fumble. Somebody should tell that to the New York, New Jersey Knights. I think in 3 games their quarterbacks have been sacked 27 times. Players shake it up for the Riders. And now we will see Mike Johnson taking his first snap as a San Antonio Rider from the 32, handing to Ricky Blake, the league's leading rusher. After 2 games, pounds behind the right side. So here is Johnson. He went to Mesa Junior College and was recruited by the Akron Zips. Started 2 years for Jerry Faust, led them to a winning record and a school record 2,170 yards. Now, we just mentioned Blake, who carried the ball. He's number 23. Bill Hess, 83. Lee Morris, number 86, draws a start today at wide receiver. You would expect the Riders to try ball control, and here is Blake again behind the right side. And the former Canadian League standout pounds for the first down. Sean Knight, the former #1 draft choice of New Orleans out of BYU, making the stop. And this is the Riders' offensive line. And they go at 265, 287, 273, 289, and 253. Vitale out of Michigan at center, also expected to play some guard here this afternoon. 1st and 10 for the Riders. The ball is inside the Sacramento 20-yard line. The league's #1 rusher meets the league's #1 rushing defense. And so far, Blake has had the advantage. Johnson's first pass to the end zone. Did he catch it in bounds? It was caught in bounds. So it will come out on the 20-yard line as Robert McWright picked it off in the end zone. The one official waiting to see if the back judge would signal that both feet were in bounds on the interception.
Robert McWright was up in bump and run position on a guy right up tight, did an awfully good job, would not allow him to break free. Jason Garrett told me yesterday he likes the challenge of bump and run. He lost this challenge. He couldn't get past him cleanly. The ball was thrown high on the outside. Robert McWright wheeled around and got the interception. Good job of playing corner.
Johnson's first pass as a Rider is intercepted in the end zone. Elkins and Sacramento bring it out on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. No score, early going. Frazier behind the right side finds a little bit of an opening. Roderick Manning, number 58, closed the door for the Riders. He's out of North Texas State. Frazier and Perry in that I formation. Strong to the left side. They'll run in that direction with Frazier. He slipped the tackle, but he is short of the first down. Donnie Gardner, one of the better defensive linemen for the Riders, number 96, credited with the tackle.
Taking a look at this from the end zone, you'll note he'll start left. Now, keep your attention on the right offensive tackle, 67, Berman. He blocks the man all the way across the hole, gives him that cutback. And I-back runners make more yards running backside than they do onside. Good job by Berman.
And he did just reach out for the first down. Tony Burks, who checked in the game, pounded. And Terrence Cooks, number 50, second-year linebacker out of Nicholls State, pounded him again.
Cooks was also the linebacker that came around the backside and hit Elkins and caused the fumble. He likes to play football. He said he was looking forward to playing in this game because he's playing against Frazier, and he competed against him in college. He said he'd like to get after him just one more time.
Getting his chance here. The draw with Burse breaks out to the 40 and 41-yard line, where he could have another first down as Kenny Watson brings him down for the Riders.
Paul Frazier, number 20, can do more than run. He was the lead blocker on that draw play, meaning going through the point of attack looking for the linebacker, and he just cut the linebacker right down. Did a nice job.
Number 86, Parker, out of Vanderbilt, one of the key wide receivers. It's a 3rd and short. Double tight end. Run with Frazier for the first down. A basic ball control offense being demonstrated here by the Surge.
Well, Kay Stevenson, you know, is a product of Chuck Knox. And when you work for Chuck Knox, you leave there with a philosophy of playing sound defense, good kicking game, and being able to run the ball soundly. And I think Kay will carry that philosophy over within this World League responsibility.
3 yards in a cloud of dust. Is that
no,
what you're
hey,
telling
Chuck
me?
Knox has won more football games than most people.
1st and 10 for the Surge. Off a play fake, incomplete. Had Burse slanting out to the right side and then misfired.
It's going to take Mike Elkins a while. This is a new offense to him. Remember, he didn't report there initially either. He didn't start the opener. He came in the second half and did a good job. But he said just the pass offense mechanics. He calls the pattern. He's thinking about it rather than just reading and responding to what he sees.
Starting slowly here in San Antonio. 1 of 4 for 11 yards. Probably finding it hard to throw without the rain coming down. This team has been pelted during its practice. Had to throw quickly and hit the hot man, Craig, who breaks out at midfield. That was a nice play on Elkins' part, and also Craig, who read it perfectly as Tim Walton came in on the quarterback.
The one advantage this time, the quarterback pedaled straight back. He didn't turn and go back, so he can see the blitz coming from the left side. See, that was the reason he was able to get the ball off. Last time, he turned his back, didn't see the backer, deck time.
Offensive linemen are finding it tough going in the World League as the defenses have come with one blitz after another. 3rd down and 3, and Elkins in the shotgun. Has great time. Throws for the first down to Archer. To the 44-yard line, and down we go to Mark Jones. Mark, what do you got?
Well, fellas, just a few moments ago in that melee, when both benches cleared for a little while, Greg Ross suffered a dislocated jaw. He will be taken into the locker room and be further evaluated. Chances are he will not be back in the game today, but this San Antonio defense is very fired up.
Well,
Donnie Gardner really had a shouting match just a few moments ago with one of the coaches, so they're ready to play.
He is their best defensive football player, too. That's a real loss.
1st and 10 for Sacramento, inside the 45. Off a play fake, great block. Elkins with plenty of time, deflected, and incomplete. Terrence Cooks deflected the ball. He is all over the place defensively.
He uses play action on this one to freeze the linebackers inside. Then he gets the roll, and you'll notice moving to his left, he had to really square his shoulders around and lower his right arm to throw that. Didn't get the completion. Pretty good defense considering there was a pretty good play action fake.
The Riders forced to go with Fletcher at nose guard, having lost their starter. It is 2nd down and 10 for Elkins in Sacramento. Faking the draw play. Comes free and overthrows. It's intercepted by Anthony Cooney. And Cooney brings it back. There's a penalty marker as he goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
The ball sailed on Mike, but I'll tell you what, Mark Ledbetter, number 94, a defensive rushman, got in his face. Now you'll see Mike going straight back. Gets back, he fakes the draw fake, freezes people inside. Now you're going to see 94 come around right from the backside, and I think that might have actually caused him to throw that ball up high. But if he does have a problem, that's what it is, getting the ball too high.
San Antonio keeps the ball. They were penalized right now after the interception. The ball will be brought back to the 25-yard line. There's Cooney, who made the interception. He's out of Arkansas, having played for the Razorbacks. Johnson's first pass intercepted in the end zone. This is his second series. One running back, 3 wide receivers, and Blake is pounded at the 26-yard line. Anthony Hinton making the stop.
Nobody blocked Donnie Gardner. He should have made that play, number 96. I don't think it was a sucker play either. They just somebody made a mental mistake in the offensive line.
2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9 for the Riders. Now 4 wide receivers for Johnson, who is still trying to pick up all the plays. And the surge was ready.
Oh,
that was Hinton again, number 52, roaring across, and the veteran linebacker out of Troy State. Now there are the 2 running backs for San Antonio coming into the game. Blake ranking first, and the Sacramento rush defense having given up only 144 yards in 2 games. And they have been stingy here so far. Keen in obviously on Blake. Just telling Johnson he's going to have to put it up. He swings around and it is dropped. Pass should have been caught. And number 27, Undra Johnson, couldn't hold on. It was Sean Knight coming across on Johnson that time defensively. If you want to watch Knight, he's number 77 for the Surge.
When you drop a ball like that all alone, Brent, 9 times out of 10, you're just taking your eyes off it. You're thinking about becoming a runner before you're the receiver, and you drop the football.
Kent Sullivan under pressure, gets it off. It'll bounce at midfield, taking a San Antonio roll inside the 30-yard line.
The World League of American Football. Brought to you by Castrol. Engineered for today's smaller cars. By Speed Stick Deodorant. The wide stick gives you the edge. Speed Stick Deodorant by Menon. And by Honda. #1 in import owner loyalty for 14 years. Test drive a Honda at your local dealer today.
It's somewhat surprising to many observers that San Antonio has not embraced the Riders the way London, Barcelona, Frankfurt, New York, and some of the other cities have embraced their team. This is indeed football country. And that was a good play by Greg Gilbert, one of the top linebackers drafted in this league. He's out of Alabama, and he made the stop on Paul Frazier, who was trying to string the play out.
What he did a nice job of is he prevented the play from going inside, choked his motor just a little bit. When it broke outside, then he sprinted inside out and took the play on. Did a very nice job of playing fundamental linebacker technique.
8 yards to Surge, and Elkins will need. Mike Elkins has been off as passing has been a little high. Here he's able to hit Frazier, who slips through a defender and gets a first down at the 40-yard line before Anthony Cooney can tackle him. A 12-yard gain.
Well, he is being coached, and I think it would be a good idea for him, too, until he gets settled down here in his first quarter, is take those layoffs, take the underneath guys. He got his own coverage that time. He didn't like what he saw downfield, so just take that high percentage drop-off pattern.
First down and 10 for the Surge. I mentioned all that rain that has pelted the Sacramento area. This team has practiced at 6 different sites. They paid as much for buses as they have for jet airplanes here the last few weeks. The back in motion, Owens hits him and he drops it. And that was Paul Frazier. And we've had some receivers dropping the ball here in San Antonio.
You know, Paul's been in the National Football League, so he knows how to catch the football. He played 15 games with New Orleans in '89. His best game was 12 carries for 83 yards versus Dallas. That's pretty good production. Still got to catch the ball before you can run with it.
Second down and 10 for Elkins. with time throws to Craig for another first down. Paco Craig, number 87 out of UCLA. And Elkins is 5 of 11.
They're playing him awfully far off the ball. You'll see almost 8 yards off the ball. It's an out pattern. He goes in, he gives him a little shake to the inside. Now you'll see Gary Richard, 44, drive on the ball, but the ball was thrown right where it had to be. Outside, kept the receiver running away from the defender.
16-yard gain by Craig. They play his whistle dead. Perhaps did not get it off in time. There are only 25 seconds sometimes. Those seconds go quickly.
Oh, they do. I tell you, I really think that the timing procedures within the World League is giving offensive teams problems in calling audibles, and this is one of the reasons there are so many sacks. They can't get out of bad coverages against certain defenses. You might see San Antonio's corners creep up and play a little tighter here. They don't want to stay off that far and that loose all the time, because he gets hot, he'll eat them alive doing that.
1st and 15. They show blitz. It's picked up very well by Sacramento. The pass is underthrown for Craig, however.
Should complete that. Had time. One-on-one coverage. No help underneath. Got to set up.
We'll be eavesdropping from time to time on the coaches calling the plays. That's Kay Stevenson. Elkins wearing a receiver inside his helmet, then able to pass it on to the team in the huddle. Frazier gets outside to the 45-yard line before Cooney runs him out of bounds.
Real nice block by Tony Burst, number 28 at the halfback position. If you're going to run outside away from your tight end, that halfback has to be able to block that outside backer. Tony got it done.
Stefan, get up.
Third down and 11.
They run a lot out of their shotgun formation as well.
The blitz hit as he releases, incomplete, and it was Greg Gilbert.
Greg Gilbert comes right up inside. Nobody picks him up. Either a breakdown of protection or a protection that can't handle as many rushes as they're bringing. You can see Ledbetter, 94 outside. He gets knocked down. No way to throw that one complete.
Kendall Trainer into punt, and he has been struggling as a punter and something that's affected his field goal kicking. So this week he went up to what we call kicking rehab in Reno, Nevada. And this time he drops a beautiful one inside the 5-yard line. Trainer and the Surge have buried San Antonio. We'll be coming right back.
Ball down at the San Antonio.
Well, Dick, this is why the ball is spotted at the 5-yard line.
Ricardo Cartwright right there comes down, and he's going to down that ball. Does an awfully nice job. He doesn't get it there, but he's going to go get it down on the 1-yard line. Then he touched it initially, so it comes back to the point of touch.
But they had to keep it out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, then it comes out to the 20.
Or it would have come out. Even though the ball was touched, it would have come out of the 20-yard line. So San Antonio and Mike Johnson playing his first game for the Riders. He is 0 for 2 passing, 1 intercepted, 1 was dropped by a receiver. Now he's coming out from the 5, and Sacramento will be trying to put a lot of pressure on. Ricky Blake, the lone running back. They did not have enough time to put in a 2-back attack.
Set.
This is Blake, and he battles his way to the 10-yard line. He's quite a story. He went to Alabama A&M, but did not play. And then he went up to Winnipeg, where he was a standout from Mike Riley, who was the head coach here at San Antonio.
We have offside on the defense, number 71. 5-yard penalty.
So Riley quickly brought him to the Riders when he assembled his team here.
He has very little football experience, having only played 2 years in junior college, then, like you said, gone to Canada and played. But he is a big guy. He weighs 248 pounds.
721.
We have a
350.
microphone on the quarterback, Johnson. That's why you can hear him so clearly. 1st and 5 after the penalty. And Johnson forced to sprint out that time. He does run well, so it turned out okay.
You don't know who made the mistake. Either he called an audible and didn't know it, or called an audible and somebody else didn't know it. Here we have Sean Knight, number 77, down on the turf. #1 draft choice of New Orleans a few years back. Played awfully well last week. I thought he dominated the line of scrimmage and watching him play on tape. Plays awfully hard, Brent. Not the great pass rusher, but very physical at the point of attack.
I'm gonna need a picture of the turf.
Let's check in with Mark Jones. Mark?
Yeah, guys, a couple of nicks and bruises from the San Antonio sidelines. Rod Manning with a hyperextended elbow. Donnie Gardner with a hyperextended knee. Now, that brings up the question of the turf here at Alamo Stadium. It's 9 years old, and they're talking about replacing it next year. So you wonder whether the turf is good here. And right now, it looks as if we might have another turf-related injury on our hands. Back to you.
Mark, that first injury, wasn't that a right cross and not the turf that may have broken his jaw? Did I miss something?
Or a left hook, one or the other.
Yeah. AstroTurf suffers enough without getting a bum rap. So Sean Knight being helped off to the side, and hopefully he'll return here soon.
Going off with his trainer there, Tony Griffith.
Well, a 9-yard sprint by Johnson gives the Riders a 1st and 10. The ball on their own 19. And this will bring to an end the first quarter here at Alamo Stadium.
Let's go.
So we'll take a break as the Riders and the Sacramento Surge are scoreless. We'll return after a word from our ABC stations. Brent Musburger with Dick Vermeil and Mark Jones. We're in San Antonio, scoreless. Sacramento and the Riders. The Riders in their brown home uniforms. Their new quarterback Johnson forced to roll out of bounds on the far side. This is going to be 2nd and about 12. Dick, your impressions of Johnson and the San Antonio offense so far?
Well, see, I'll tell you this, he's a lot better off when he hands it to the running back. Right there was a breakdown there. The offensive tackle did not get Sante Saputo, number 71, blocked. But I would still let him run the football a little bit more. And don't give him the responsibility of audibling the game. Hey, let him get after him a little bit and settle down.
Great catch, but no gain, as Andre Johnson was brought down by Greg Cohen. Let's check in with the play coming from Mike Riley now.
Over 980. Wide left over 980.
Wide left over. 980. 980. 371.
3-7-21.
On 3rd and long, rolling to buy time, and fires complete for the first down to Lee Morris.
That is a designed scramble play. They call it a dash, where you set like you're going to throw in the pocket, then you're blocking switches, and you come outside. The patterns can get field a little bit deeper. He throws it complete.
First down, Riders.
3-7-21. 3-7-21. Hey, 38.
16-yard gain, bringing the ball out to the 33. Johnson under pressure, going far side, up in the air and out of bounds. Robert McWright was the defensive back.
I'd stay away from bump and run, trying to throw the ball on Robert McWright. He got the interception in the end zone. Right there, he was in position to intercept it as well. You see tight bump and run coverage. He tries to shake and break and get down the outside. Robert McWright in good position. He looks back as the receiver looks back. Right there, if that ball's thrown perfect, he's liable to intercept it. I think Garrett did a good job of preventing the interception. Stay away from that guy. Come over here.
Johnson sprinting and then pitching to Andre Johnson, and that was a good defensive play by McWright. He is all over the place. He's out of Texas Christian, 5'8", 184.
He was the 5th pick of New York Jets last year, Brent. You notice that option running play? They put that in special for Mike.
721. 3. 721. 1980. 1980.
I hope that.
Set.
Johnson fires a wounded duck out of bounds. That one intended for Morris. Greg Coet was the blitzing safety after him for Sacramento. He leads the league interceptions with 3.
He called enough numbers out there to run 3 plays.
Now it's Kent Sullivan punting, and deep for Sacramento is Searcy from the 26. Looking for an alley. Oh, breaks. That was a good 3-yard run. We'll take a break. No score. Sacramento and San Antonio. World League football on ABC. And it's the undefeated Barcelona Dragons next Sunday as we see wounded Greg Ross, the noseman out of Memphis State who suffered a jaw injury early on in this game, has been forced to the sideline, and that has weakened the Rider defense here against Sacramento. Strong defense, and there is his substitute, John Fletcher out of Texas A&I.
They claim he looks a lot like Herschel Walker. John Fletcher does.
1st and 10. Elkins. Good protection, goes long. Has a receiver. Overthrows him. That was Ricardo Cartwright who broke free. And let's check in on Mark Jones. Mark?
Yeah, guys, I'm with Ross on the sidelines. Tell us what happened, how'd you get injured, and what did the doctors tell you your injury is?
Once they fumbled the ball, I dived on the fumble. When I was down on the ground, one of my players dived on me by my head going down first. He twisted my helmet into the bone on my left jawbone, and they said it was a tissue. It was out of place at first, and they put it back in. So now I'm having problems trying to keep it open and close my mouth.
Will you be back in the game?
Yeah, I'm most definitely going back, though.
Thanks for joining us. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Mark. Paul Frazier, the ball carrier. Mark Ledbetter brings him down. One of the things, folks, when you're paid the way the players are here in the World League, they will come back and play. One of the incentives is the number of snaps that you're on the field for. Now, this year, with the average salary of Major League Baseball at some $900,000, keep an eye on the disabled list. And then watch a league like this when the players are making only $20,000 and you've got to play to get it, to get any extra bucks. It's kind of interesting. 3rd down and 11 yards. Elkins from the shotgun. Over the middle, and he threw behind the receiver. He's struggling right now. That was Carl Parker.
They had good underneath coverage, and he was waiting for the crossing pattern to come in behind it. They had a layer pattern, a man short, a man deep, and he was coming in the middle. He just threw it behind him.
Dick, tell me about Kendall Traynor. Who did he go see up in Reno to help him with his kicking last week?
He went to see Roy Pilfrey, a kicking specialist. Hey, he helped him. That first punt was a nice one. Let's see if it helps him in field goal attempts.
Under pressure, he got that one off. Morris. Good buried at the 31-yard line. So we're going to take a break. The storyline, if you just joined us, it's been all defense so far. The Riders and the Surge. We're coming right back. The early story of the World League, the dominance by the European teams. And, folks, it's very interesting. Coming out of the draft in Orlando, some insiders tiptoed up to me and said, oh, are those European teams going to struggle? I feel so badly. They got college coaches over there, Jack Bicknell and Jack Elway. They won't be able to handle the pros. I don't know what they're going to do with their living conditions. Folks, they're 8-1. 8-1. A remarkable story being authored by those European teams. Here it is. Johnson handing off now to Ricky Blake. They go back to the base running game. Coet tackling in.
I think they'd be a lot better if they would stay with that running game a little bit. Go ahead and pound on them. That's what they do best right now.
721. 333. 333.
2nd and 5. Mike Johnson going without the huddle. Played for Jerry Faust in Akron. Blake is stuffed in the middle. We mentioned the European dominance so far, by far the strongest division. They are 8-1, and versus North American teams 7-0. And in North America, unbeaten, and who will be the first North American team to go into Europe and win a game? You think it is an incredible home field advantage in Europe.
Oh, it is. It might be Sacramento be the first one, but they got to get their offense going right now. Orlando next week in Barcelona, maybe. Huh?
That's the one we'll see. The 2-1 Orlando Thunder against the unbeaten Barcelona Dragons. We may have 50,000 Raven catalogs on hand. Johnson under fire, throws a bouncer. Incomplete. Struggling with the passing game, and it figures.
All teams having problems with pass protection in the various fronts, the various stunts, and linebacker dogs and that kind of. It's a problem for them. They're just not far along. Remember, no preseason games. NFL, you have
Sullivan's punt up in the air. Oh, buried at the 25-yard line. Searcy passing up the fair catch. And Greg Gilbert introduced him to the Alamo. ABC's World League of American Football is being brought to you by Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows. So we're glad to have all our sponsors along with us. Hope you're enjoying the World League. We're in week 3. Sacramento Surge and the San Antonio Riders are scoreless. They battled away in the first quarter. Sacramento simply dominated the clock and the number of plays, and so they had a mathematical advantage, but they were unable to cash in on it. You're looking at their key running back, Frazier. Second down and 6. The play comes in the form of Burse, who arrives late. Parker in motion. The toss to Frazier behind Burse, looking for an alley and a first down for Sacramento.
They ran that I-toss play real well last week. I was surprised they didn't run it more. Here, the first time we've seen it today. They do that well. Might as well do it more often. You know, on first down, the Riders are playing the Buddy Ryan 46 defense, and it's really tough to run them. They'd be better off throwing against that defense.
That is Gilbert being tended to on the near side.
Just go to the linebacker.
Mike Elkins, who played collegiately at Wake Forest. The year that Troy Aikman was the #1 draft choice of the Dallas Cowboys, Elkins was the second player, or the second quarterback to go in the draft. He was not a first rounder, but he was the second quarterback to go. And because of injuries and then the emergence of Steve DeBerg, he's been forced to a backup position, and now he has been assigned into the World League. And in the years ahead, you'll probably see a lot of backup quarterbacks get some playing time in this league, developing their skills. This is Frazier up the middle. Frazier's free at midfield and out of bounds at the Riders' 40-yard line.
Mike Elkins saw the defense overshifted on the strong side. He didn't like it. He audibled to a short side running play, did a real nice job. Good block by the fullback. He hands it off deep. Now watch him come backside. See, he finds the hole. Good daylight right there. Gets another little brush block right there. Good vision displayed by this young running back. You don't coach vision. You can coach the play and all technique, but you don't coach being able to see like he just saw.
First and 10, Frazier again. Getting outside for 5 more yards as we check in with Mark Jones. Mark?
Yeah, guys, zeros on the scoreboard so far. I spoke with Mike Elkins just a few seconds ago. He says that the Riders are playing more man defense than they had anticipated, and the linebackers are getting great penetration as a result. So far, they haven't made the necessary adjustments to put points on the board. Back to you.
And I think now they're showing the running game against that defense, and it's being highly successful.
They might as well just keep doing it now.
Greg Gilbert has returned to the game. They missed their standout inside linebacker. Gilbert is now back. And burst behind the right side is wrapped up by David Bailey and Mark Ledbetter. So with Gilbert, one of their ringleaders, back on the field, having lost your top inside linebacker and then your nose man, that would be tough to play defense.
But Gilbert, he's been making tackles all his career. 256 tackles at Alabama. You know, and he knows where the ball carrier is. Good pursuit. They play him a little bit deeper, and he can really attack the ball carrier from that deeper alignment position.
Number 99 just returned. Greg Ross, injured jaw and all, is down there at nose guard. Elkins fires against the defense to Craig, and out of bounds for the first down.
The one thing Ross won't be doing is talking much down there. Boy, that's got to hurt just a little bit. He is their best defensive football player. He catches your eye when you watch him play on tape the week before. He makes plays all over the field, and at 270 pounds, good movement.
First down.
Defensive back Calvin Nicholson out of Oregon State checks into the Riders' defensive backfield. 1st and 10. Sacramento surging here for the first time.
He's audibling again, Brent. They're in that bear defense he wanted to throw. See, there's the problem. There's the problem the quarterbacks have. They don't have enough time to get out of the bad play against the bad defensive front.
Delay a game on the white team. Delay a game offense.
I think if they're going to evaluate one thing at the end of the World League season, they got to evaluate that 35-second clock. Give the offense a chance. Excuse me.
Kay Stevenson, the head coach, Sacramento on the far side. There is the clock that the quarterback, in this case Mike Elkins, will be looking at. Down to 15 seconds to get this one off on 1st and 15. Good time. Open receiver and dropped on the far side is Paco Craig.
He read the zone. They went too deep zone. He read it. He knew what he was supposed to do. Now you'll see the receiver on the right side of your screen. He'll be coming off. You'll note the corner roll up on him. See that? He's not going to cover one of them. He pushes him to the outside. You'd rather have him go inside. There's the fade right up. He's late in getting him the ball, but he should still make that catch. Make that catch.
2nd down and 15. The ball is at the Riders' 32. We're scoreless in San Antonio. End around is fake. Elkins going again to the open receiver for the touchdown is Paul Frazier. Penalty flag is down. A penalty marker at the 33. This one apparently is coming back.
Receiver on the offense, number 67 downfield. Also lost a down.
That was John Berman, an offensive tackle.
That was a well-executed play. That's too bad. John Berman, you know, John Berman's dad played center for the Bears, the Rams, and the Redskins. Let's see if we can find that man downfield. It's hard to tell. Boy, was that well executed. See, you lose that guy with all that faking. Then they fake the reverse. The secondary sees the reverse. They're all yelling reverse. They take their eyes off the intended receiver. Touchdown.
Now the ball back at the Riders' 42. They did have a first down inside the 30. Elkins was Craig open and he overthrows him. And another penalty flag down on the 40-yard line.
That's defensive holding.
Defensive
illegal
holding.
formation on the offense, 5 men in the backfield.
Defensive holding would have been a first down. That would have been a huge play, but it was not.
Well, Gary Richard, 44, rolled up and grabbed the guy, and I saw that, but that wasn't the call.
Hustle!
In the punt for Sacramento, number 8, Kendall Trainer.
If he gets another good punt, they're going to have to send Roy Pilfrey a bonus check because he came into this ball game, Kendall Trainer did, at 27.9-yard average.
They should send about 8 other kickers up to him, but he doesn't get this one off. He'll get buried, blocked, and it'll be the Riders' ball. A wonderful play there. Gary Richard trying to whack it back.
He drops this football. Here comes a snap. That's a field of ball. It's a little bit low. Bad hands. Ray, you better should have worked on his hands. He should make that. Now he does a good job of trying to get it off. He can't get it off. Now you got Gary Richard, number 44. He knows he's got a hot football there.
Now there will be a batting the ball penalty here.
You can't bat it.
We have an illegal bat on the defense.
Oh, my gosh. I'll tell you, the one thing you better not do is take a deep breath during the kicking game. We have seen more plays fouled up in the kicking game, and this the third game that I have seen in years.
I watched
and in high school, they don't have this trouble.
Orlando blocked London's first 2 punts yesterday. New York, New Jersey had a punt blocked by Frankfurt last night. It has been the wackiest punting this side of high school football. It has been unbelievable so far.
It's our ball, all right?
I think one of the reasons is, you know, you have a condensed season, no preseason games. You use your normal amount of time in the kicking game for preparation, and it's not enough. You have to give it more time. What do we have here?
Now, they never had possession. Let me sort this out. They did not have possession when he batted this football.
Here it is again. You'll see the snap. It gets back there. Now that ball should be fielded. It's a little low, yes, but they aren't all going to be perfect. He just didn't move his feet. He had him locked into the turf. Now he goes ahead and gets it. There's Ronnie Williams, 82. They never have possession of the football. All right, now they're going to rule that he bats it. That's the penalty. That moves it first down.
So
That's the first time I've ever seen that.
They take it to the previous spot, march off 10 yards, and they give Sacramento a 1st and 10 at the 32. Frazier right up the middle now to the 22. So an illegal batting penalty turns this game completely around. And folks, it is indeed the wild one.
I haven't seen that. I've been around coaching for 25 years and doing this for a few, and I have never seen that. Just stick around. We'll see something else we haven't seen.
I think so. 2nd down and 1. Frazier is strung out, hits the first down inside the 20-yard line, down at the 18. Terrence Cooks and Mark Ledbetter bringing him down.
Mark Ledbetter.
I'll tell you, Terrence Cooks, number 50, you see on the screen, is playing awfully hard. He plays both outside backer and inside linebacker, playing both positions today very well.
1st down and 10 at the San Antonio 18.
The 2-minute warning.
The 2-minute warning, and we'll take a break. Mark Jones and Dick Vermeil, I'm Brent Musburger. No score in San Antonio. A little bit of everything. Now, block punt turned around by an illegal batting call. Gave Sacramento a 1st down. They have moved inside the Riders' 20-yard line. They have the ball on the 18-yard line with a 1st and 10. The crowd's still unhappy about the official's decision, but that one is clearly in the rule book. Elkins pulling out over the middle, wanted his tight end, and it's incomplete. Kennedy Wilson breaking the pass up and doing a good job defensively. And holding is the call against the surge. Coach Riley wanting them to back it up. He played collegiately for Bear Bryant down at Alabama. He was a safety for the Crimson Tide, grew up in Idaho.
Way to go, Greg. Way to get up the field.
Then wound up as the head coach of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, following in the
Middle dog
footsteps
X
of Bud Grant.
I first met Mike, who was the graduate assistant at the University of California at Berkeley under Mike White in early, like 1974, 75 era.
1st and 20. Elkins throwing for Craig, incomplete. And Parker was wide open in the middle. He had run free right past the safety, all alone in center field.
You've got to complete that one. He had him there. They ran linebacker dogs inside, committed a 4-deep man-to-man, no free safety. He beat him on the post pattern. He's got to get it there. That's how you win football games. It just shows you he hasn't thrown but 3 passes in a football game in 2 seasons. That's why Kansas City sent him here. I think we're going to see more teams do that next year.
2nd down and 20. Elkins going to set off the swing, and he and Frazier can't get it together. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 20. Sacramento won its home game in some very adverse weather conditions. Kay Stevenson, then they were beaten.
Come on, D, come up big.
This is his assistant coaches up in the booth.
As
from the shotgun with the crowd still upset. Elkins,
a single coverage over here.
Wants Parko. Incomplete, and he overthrew him too.
He overthrew him, but he had him. He read the coverage properly, went backside away from the strength of the defense, got the one-on-one, just got it up a little bit high. He has a real strong arm.
And Kendall Trainer trots onto the field to attempt a field goal.
He hasn't made a field goal outside of 30 yards. Now I wonder if Roy Pilfrey helped him kicking the field goal.
This is a 45-yard attempt. And it's good. Kendall Trainer, formerly of Arkansas, puts Sacramento ahead of San Antonio 3-0. The crowd still upset about that block punt decision in that game. So the run and shoot still trying to get its blocking priorities in order. They start out 0-3. Here it is Kendall Trainer who puts Sacramento ahead of San Antonio. Kicking it off to the goal line, and Broderick Graves will bring it out, and he's short of the 10-yard line with a penalty flag down.
Remember, with that rule, if he doesn't bring it out, it goes to the 10-yard line. So you really want to bring out everyone you can, though he didn't get it out any further.
We have an illegal block in the back, number 46 on the run back, half the distance to the goal.
The ball is put down at the 4-yard line. The Riders trail it by 3 when you come back. They'll have 1:24 to work with. So Kendall Trainer, who just moments before this had fumbled a snap from center on a punt in a play that appeared to give the Riders excellent field position, but an illegal batting penalty gave Sacramento a first down, and from there they moved for his 45-yard field goal, which has the Surge ahead of the Riders 3-0. Johnson running out to the 17-yard line before Tom Gerhardt brings him down.
Johnson shows a little break. He has that quickness of a 4.3 speed.
It is going to be tough for the Riders to score. Incomplete.
Run the fucking thing.
Pass incomplete.
Second down and 10.
I would come back with that dash play. Remember when he got the direct snap, went back, set up like he was going to throw a drop back, and then scrambled outside, made the big key third down conversion. That kind of offense is good within this 1-minute period.
The wiser thing might be to run the clock out. Sacramento holding on to 3 timeouts, a chance to block a punt. Johnson close to a first down. Tackled by Art Malone.
Art Malone, that's a name you might recognize from the old NFL days. His dad, Art Malone, played for the Atlanta Falcons, played for me at Philadelphia. Finest blocker I think I've ever coached in 25 years of coaching. Boy, his dad could put him down.
341.
Final seconds of the first half.
Oh, they ran a line stunt inside, Brent.
And John Dominic was there, number 65. Timeout on the field here in San Antonio. We'll take a break. Don't forget our highlights at halftime. It's at 4 Eastern. That'll be fun to watch. Second down and 12. Go! 40-some seconds left here in the first half. San Antonio with a brand new quarterback for the 3rd straight week. Underwood Johnson with a penalty marker down at the 31-yard line. You would think that if the Riders are going to get on the board, it'll have to be their defense. You would like to say
We
they're
have number
kicking game,
29 on the defense holding.
but they have a new kicker this week, too, in Jim Gallery, who replaced Teddy Garcia. Meanwhile, Kay Stevenson, with a win here, would move a half game ahead of Birmingham in the North American West. Birmingham plays the Monday nighter against the Montreal Machine. Mike Johnson, out of Akron, also played at Mesa, Arizona Junior College. Delightful young man, but in a very, very tough spot.
521.
Holding the first down, the Riders. Johnson, get it off. Anthony Hinton. And another penalty flag.
He came right over the top of Andrew Johnson, number 27, the running back. The running back should be able to block a linebacker. Not 10 for 10, but he ought to get 7 or 10 of those blocks. Right here, see, he doesn't do a good job at all. That's poor blocking, poor fundamental
Illegal
technique.
use of hands on the defense, number 71.
They're moving the ball with penalties.
Automatic first down again. We will get to halftime.
You know, if you recognize a running back in the backfield that won't block a linebacker, you're going to start sending that linebacker after that guy. He's got to do a better job now.
Sadi Sapolo. He is a cousin of Jesse Sapolo, I believe, of the San Francisco 49ers.
That he is.
This crowd has not been happy since that blocked punt went awry with that illegal batting decision. Biggest play of the game so far. That was offensive interference if I've ever seen it. Bill Hess, the intended receiver, all but tackled the defensive back.
Bill Hess is only 5'8", so he's going to try to use his arms to go up off the shoulder pad. You'll see the ball coming down here, left side of your screen. Oh, shoot that thing down. Now, there it is. Prior to that, he had his hands on Malone 29's shoulders and used it, tried to leverage himself up there.
I thought Billy Kilmer had returned to the World League when I saw that ball fluttering over there.
He's not going to like you for saying
Oh, yes, he will. He'll just have another cool one, have some laughs. Second down and 10.
There's a nice throw.
Complete. Good throw to midfield. That's his best pass of the game. Lee Morris. If he'd thrown the ball like that when they were going in early, they might have had 6. Johnson's first pass of the game was intercepted in the end zone. Let's check in down at the sideline as Johnson comes over here with head coach Mike Riley.
That's it, Lee.
Gee, Merry Christmas. Yeah. Zoom. Okay, trips left. Trips left. Zoom long. 401. Trips left.
No, wait. So you're not gonna take too much time?
Huh?
It's going to be completion for sure.
We got a timeout. If we,
I mean...
Oh, let's throw the ball down the field, Tommy. Let's go 808. Let's go 808 again. You remember, you got switch dig back here with the swing. Okay. Look for the switch dig man-to-man. Okay, or the dig. Or the dig.
808.
Yeah. 808.
That was Tommy Lee, the quarterback coach, sending the play down and some help from the booth.
Well, they were going to throw a screen pass, and then they decided to throw the ball downfield. The dig pattern is a deep in pattern, deep inside pattern. If they get the zone defense, that's all right. If they get tight man-to-man, it could be a little bit tough.
Good 25 yards here, and they could set up for a quick field goal. Let's see what happens. Johnson fires complete to Morris to the 35-yard line with 6 seconds and the clock stopped.
They have the one timeout. See, he threw that nicely. Again, he had time to, the receiver read the zone, the quarterback read the zone. They threw it right where it had to be.
Jim Gallery. I brought down the curtain much too early on the Riders. They made pretty good use of the final seconds here in the first half. Running out the clock would have been a bad idea for them. Unless the Surge blocks this field goal and goes for a touchdown.
We've only seen that about 4 or 5 times.
It will be approximately a 52-yarder for the former Minnesota kicker who came to camp this week.
He has a career long in college of 57
They
yards.
are not going to use him. They're going to bring him back out. They're going to try to throw it into the end zone.
That's a Geronimo type play. in a double slot.
It's going to be a three-man rush by the Surge. A quick sideline
Right out of
pass.
bounds, and he still has 2 seconds. Good job.
Good
job.
play by the Riders to get Gallery closer.
Mike Riley using his head did a nice job. Good. That play doesn't take any time. Clock doesn't start until the ball snapped. Boom, he got it out there. You see, just a quick out. He rolls outside. He puts it right there. Right there. He's out of bounds. All right, now he has a shorter field goal.
So instead of a 52-yarder, it'll be 44.
A lot better percentage. It's about an 18% better chance of making that, Brent, over the years. Oh, that's partially blocked. No chance, partially blocked.
Sacramento will take a 3-0 lead.
3-0.
Into the locker room here. It's the World League, Coach. It's the World League.
The World League of American Football. Brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. By Castrol, engineered for today's smaller cars. And by John Deere Lawn Care Dealers. Nothing runs like a Deere.
And the head of officials, Cal Lepore, has been huddling with his referees here in San Antonio. There is Cal. Bernie Kukar, wearing number 86, is the lead referee. There's a little bit of debate going on as to what happened during the blocked punt and whether or not Sacramento should have gotten the ball. And Cal wanted to go down and confer with his officials. Now Mark Jones is trying to run down the head of officials, and I think that was Cal shaking him off a little bit. Now Mark is trying to get him to stop down there by the end zone. But here is Kukar as we get ready for the second half. Cal not wanting to become part of the first World League of American Football officiating controversy. So let's check in with Mark Jones. Mark?
Guys, I have absolutely nothing for you. He says that he doesn't want to comment on the call. As it stands right now, he stands by the referee's decision and only his decision. Back to you.
Yeah, let's remember one thing, that the punt was blocked. It was kicked and blocked, and that's going to become an issue. Not the fact that there shouldn't have been a penalty about batting, but whether or not Sacramento should have gotten the ball with the first down where they did.
That's a nice kick. It's got a little wind behind him. Boy, that was a goodie.
That was Kendall Traynor, who had a 45-yard field goal in the first half. He has been at the center of things for the Surge, and now the Riders and Mike Johnson will go to work here, and he was fairly impressive in the closing moments of the first half.
Did a good job with the last couple of minutes of the half. If he can grow from there, he's got to gain a little confidence, feel a little bit more comfortable. Again, he needs the run game to help him, take a little heat off him.
The underscore is looking very promising here in San Antonio today as Ricky Blake finds an alley out to the 29-yard line, and a good run. There was the league's leading rusher coming into this game. He needs 105 yards here today to maintain that. He has but 26 as Paul Palmer exploded for 133 yards last night for Barcelona. Second down. Johnson sprinting to the right. Overthrows the intended receiver, and interference is called. Hess was the receiver, and Art Malone draped all over him.
I think that was a pretty good call. He was there a little bit earlier. They ran a little play-action fake, and he came out on the bootleg, tried to throw a crossing pattern. Art Malone was all over him.
We have defensive pass interference number 29. Fifth line of scrimmage. First down.
You'll see him crossing the field right in the middle of your screen. See the contact made a little bit early. Plus, I think he had a hand on him.
A first down for the Riders. The ball sitting on their own 45-yard line. Ricky Blake.
Oh, good defense.
Ricky Blake's nickname coming out of Canada is Amtrak, but he has a little brother who has even a better nickname. His nickname is Earthquake Blake, and he was the most highly sought after offensive lineman coming out of high school football in the Southeast. And Earthquake Blake has decided to play for the old Auburn Tigers and Pat Dye. You can remember that name. We'll be hearing a lot from him in the years ahead. Second down and 10. Johnson down the far side as an open receiver is Hess to the 25. Bill Hess with a fine over-the-shoulder catch.
That was a beautiful catch, but I'll tell you that is a difficult throw, and he put that right where it had to be, in the seam. He had to get the ball up high. Now watch it come right down over Malone, number 29. It comes right, drops right down in between one defender inside, one outside, one behind him. Beautiful throw.
Jerry Faust, his coach at Akron, would be chanting, "Way to go, Mike." Ball is at the 25 on first down. Throwing to Hess again, and out of bounds, incomplete. You know, Johnson led Akron to a 6-4-1 record back in '89, and that was its first winning season at the NCAA Division 1A level.
Right, 30 draw.
Spread right, spread right. 721. 721. 1-3-10.
Second and 10 for Johnson.
1-3-10. Set.
Here's Blake, surrounded. Battled for a couple of yards. A 248-pound Ricky Blake. Tim Moore, number 56, made the stop.
You notice them not huddling. What they do at the start of a series is call a snap count, believe this or not, and they stay with that same snap count until the clock stops and they go back and huddle. So they could run 5 plays in a row with the same snap count.
439. 439.
That could be a screen. Could be a screen. 400 series, a screen. Yes, it is. They wanted it, and it was read nicely
by Anthony Hinton, number 52.
Tim Moore, number 56, was out there, too. They read that all the way. See, if you're going to call a screen, you only have one receiver in a basic screen pass. Now, here he is. You want penetration upfield. See, but the defenders had taken away the screen back. No one to throw it to. You're better off with experience than just throwing the ball away.
Damn.
Jim Gallery trots onto the field to attempt a 50-yarder if they kick it.
Yeah.
Jarrett puts it down, but wide left and no good. Sacramento will take over. The Surge still leading 3-0. Cal Lepore again huddling with one of his officials. We get word that the reason why Cal did not want to talk on camera to Mark was that he did not see the blocked punt in the first half, so he wants to make sure that he has the complete interpretation, and then the former veteran official from the NFL will grace us with his dulcet tones. Mike Elkins and Sacramento with a 1st and 10. The hand is to Frazier. Big hole right side, and he barrels out into the arms of David Bailey for 10 yards. Sean Knight has not been playing in the last defensive series. Mark Jones, what's going on?
Yeah, Sean, I guess you had your bell rung. Explain your injury to us and why you didn't.
I was just going across the field to make a tackle. Came down on my head. It's real hard turf. Kind of rattled my cage a little bit. Came out. Couldn't remember a few of the plays. It was a little bit mixed up. So right now I'm ready to go back in, but they just got me on ice until they really feel like they need me. Just the more time they figure they let me out, the more I can clear.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Mark. Frazier on a cutback, being pursued. Felt like he was inside the Alamo.
Very seldom do you come out with a positive result when you reverse your own field on a play that attacks the line of scrimmage like this one did.
7.
He looked like he was going to be able to bounce outside. See, he started, and then he saw he couldn't do it. He saw 57 chasing him from behind. Now he's reversing back, and here he comes again. Timmy Walton, number 57, was his menace in that play. More often than not, that is a negative.
2nd down and long for Elkins.
That's the Bear defense.
Good protection.
Nice throw.
Fires complete, but short of the first down into the arms of Paco Craig with Calvin Nicholson there defensively for the Riders.
You can see when he's on target, that ball has nice tight spiral, good trajectory. It gets there quickly. It gets off his hand quickly.
No,
Real
let's come
good
with
release.
323 hook. Lucky 323 hook.
San Antonio 49-yard line. 3rd down and 3.
The voice of Kay Stevenson.
I believe he's
Speaking
going to
to
throw
his
some out patterns here. The 3 patterns are out patterns. Oh,
Good defensive play by Nicholson.
Calvin Nicholson did a nice job on that one. Did a nice job.
87, Paco Craig.
Didn't push him, didn't give him a wrinkle. You see him come off now. He's rolling to the outside like there. Good drive on the ball. Good plant, good technique, getting the hand in there, good timing. Very well done. Very well done by Nicholson.
Now here comes an adventure, a punting play. Trainer, who set up his own field goal by wisely having his last punt blocked, and then the illegal batting play. Hanging a good punt. And the fair catch is at the 13-yard line by Lee Morris. It'll be the Riders' possession when you come back. Well, Sacramento dominating every defensive category. Charlie Sumner, the former longtime Raider assistant coach, heads up the defense for Kay Stevenson. And today they're weaving a shutout here, which would certainly leave them in first place as far as points allowed is concerned. And some of the defenses have performed very well so far in the World League. And Kerwin Bell, after dominating the offensive stats for a couple weeks, was slowed down yesterday by London. Now it is 1st and 10 for Mike Johnson. Dick, you think he's coming alive a little bit?
He just seems to be gaining confidence and poise in what he's doing.
Oh, under Johnson to the 19.
See, if they can do this, run successfully on 1st down, prevent the 2nd real long or 3rd and long situation, it takes all the pressure off him. Then they have the option to run the traps or draw and these other types of plays that control the defense a little better.
2nd, 36, regular 36.
Hey! Wide right! 363! 363! Set!
They have a broken play here.
Breaks out for the 1st down. Under Johnson to the 25-yard line.
Under Johnson on the carry. On the tackle for the Surge, number 52.
There was a mistake right here. You'll see an offensive lineman, Harper, 77. He's getting fouled up in there, and the play still gets out, running. See, he was confused. Either it was an audible and he missed it, or he just made a mistake.
Coach, who do I block? Who do I block?
Nobody. It worked.
Set!
Johnson rolling and hitting his tight end for a 1st down. Ronnie Williams.
Getting him outside, away from the intense rush, inside. Good play calling by the coaching staff. Plus, he's so mobile, he can really run. I'm still looking for him to run the quarterback draw they worked on Friday. He runs it real well.
One thing to remember about San Antonio, the Riders' defense has given them a chance to win this game. They have kept them in it so far.
7-21.
Only 3-0.
Set!
Handing off to Under Johnson.
Oh, nice tackle.
To the 41-yard line. That was Hinton again. Anthony Hinton making the stop. Speaking of tackling, Barcelona, under former Boston College coach Jack Bicknell, doing a splendid job on defense. Come along to Barcelona, Spain, where the unbeaten Dragons take on Orlando. They're the European division, the dominant one so far. London and Barcelona tied for 1st, and Frankfurt only 1 game behind. Frankfurt goes to Sacramento next weekend.
54!
They will play the Surge at Hughes Stadium.
They're coming after him.
Gets it off.
Read it. Good job.
Bill Hess, the receiver.
Straight back now, straight back.
Wide right, 722.
Wide right. Hey! 363! 363! 1722! 1722!
The first 2 numbers are the protection call. The last number is the pattern call.
short drop. Throws long.
Got it.
Beautiful catch and out of bounds by Lee Morris at the 20-yard line. Number 86 out of Oklahoma with a 32-yard reception.
See, they threw the fade this time. They didn't go over to McBright's side, number 21. They came at Adams, number 27, and he gets the ball up there nicely. Gets it up high over the top, giving Lee Morris a chance to run underneath this. Now, here is Lee Morris. Walked on in college, didn't have a football scholarship initially, earned it. Here he is for playing professional football. Nice going there, Lee.
And the left tackle, number 73, John Husby, moved illegally. He pulled out ahead of the snap.
We have a false start on number 73 on the offense.
So the ball will be put down at the 25-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Riders, who have been self-destructing.
Wide right. 8:56. 8:56.
That's 85 protection. 6 pattern. I think they're going to try to throw a corner pattern here, Brent. Oh, coming with the blitzes.
Johnson sprinting to the left to get out of trouble is going to keep it.
He's really mobile.
And he gets back towards the line of scrimmage, and there may be a late hit over there. There's a penalty marker down. That was Nigerian.
And personal foul, number 50 on the defense. Half the distance to the goal.
He's an intense young man. Their best linebacker. Let's see now. He's out of bounds. Yeah, he can't do that, Pete. You know, you're smart enough. He's a genetic engineering major in college, going to be a doctor. His dad is a surgeon, or a doctor, chief surgeon at Minnesota.
7-30.
Smart enough not to make that mistake.
7-30.
1st and goal for the Riders.
Go.
Hess in motion. Straight back, open receiver in the end zone is Hess.
They used man in motion to the top of your screen, loosed it up against the defense, got a little pick on the linebacker coming inside out. Tommy Moore, 56, had the coverage, couldn't cover it off that pick.
Gallery adds the extra point.
4:35 left at our third.
That brings a big ovation. It was a missed extra point that cost San Antonio an opportunity to go to overtime with Orlando. We're coming right back. The Riders lead it. Back in San Antonio with Dick Vermeil and Mark Jones, I'm Brent Musburger. The Riders leading for the first time here today. 4.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Week 3 of a 10-week season, then 1 week of playoffs and the World Bowl in London's Wembley Stadium on June 9th. And the way it's looking, those Monarchs have got a chance to host that World Bowl the way they're playing, but a long way to go. Gallery with the ball teed up at the 35, kicks the line drive. It'll bounce to the goal line where Searcy's got it. And he slips down at the 14-yard line. Now the scoring drive, and Johnson completed all four of his passes for 61 yards. He's now 10 of 18 for 149 yards. The touchdown, 8 yards to Hess, the man in motion, who may have gotten a pick on that far side. Whatever it was, he got free.
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Now the focus is on Mike Elkins, who has been struggling as a passer here today. With the basic I formation, Elkins is only 7 of 23. He tosses to Frazier on 1st down. Frazier's run down at the 16 by Greg Ross, who suffered a jaw injury in the early moments of this game and has come back to play nose guard and play it very well.
He's got to be hurting a little bit, don't you think, Primey? Can you imagine playing out there? You knock your jaw out of joint, now you're back out there playing.
You got to be tough to play in a World League,
especially at nose guard, huh?
2nd down and 8. Now he fires underneath the coverage to Parker, short of the first down. And I understand that Cal Lepore has decided to talk. So let's go to Mark Jones. Mark?
Yeah, earlier it must have been a case of mistaken identity why he turned me down. Cal, tell me, was your official correct in making that controversial call, the back?
He was. They were correct. The Sacramento's the offensive club. San Antonio's a defensive club. They committed the illegal bat, which was behind the line. Penalties enforced from the previous spot. 10 yards, automatic first down, and that's just the way they ruled on it. That's what they did. It was okay.
There was no doubt whatsoever on that as to who the offense was?
Oh, nope, none. No. That was it. Very good.
Back upstairs.
No doubt here either. San Antonio recovers the fumble, and this one will not go to Sacramento. No illegal batting on this play. It belongs to the Riders, and this game has turned completely around.
Curtis Wilson, the offensive center, number 51, snapped the ball early. Nobody else on the offensive team moved. You'll see, now watch the ball. See, nobody expected the ball to come up there, especially the quarterback. It ends up on the turf, fumble, going the other way.
Tim Walton out of Ball State pounces on the fumble. And now, from Akron, Mike Johnson goes back to work here with the Riders. 1st and 10. Johnson back, wants the corner, a flutter ball, incomplete. Boy, he can throw some ugly ones, can't he?
Yeah, he's got confidence right now. He's going right after him.
Yeah, but that was just a touch ugly. I got to tell you.
Spread left, 36 counter.
Spread left.
Now they're going to run the counter gap. Pull the guard and tackle. Little jab step with the fullback.
361. 3721. 3721.
That's the audible out of it.
Set.
Yeah, no, that was broken
Good defense by John Dominic, who came across to make the stop.
See, that's when you're beating yourself, Brent. See, they had a huddle call, then he changed the call. Some guys got the call, some guys didn't. One guy's running the trap, somebody else isn't, turning people loose, no way to execute the play.
721.
And one thing they don't want to do is take themselves out of field goal territory. This is 3rd down.
1980. Set.
Here's the dash.
Johnson, the left-hander, buys time and throws a great catch. Great catch at the 15-yard line. It is short of the first down, but that is plenty close for the field goal.
He really improved the percentage of this kick. Here he is, isolated again, bump and run coverage. Now he comes back nicely. See, he drove him deep. Now see him come back for the ball. That's so important in that tight coverage. Come back to the ball. The defender has to chase you. Good job by the receiver.
After Morris's catch, Jim Gallery, and the ball will be put down at the 21. A 31-yard field goal attempt. Discovery, a kicking game in San Antonio. 10 unanswered points. There's a legend, Bart Starr, the Hall of Fame quarterback, enjoying the World League action. Sitting there with his wife, Cherry, Mike Lynn, the president of the league, Tom Landry, one of the owners of the San Antonio Riders. And something to cheer about down here now, leading 10-3, and Gallery kicks it off. It'll be Craig. Paco Craig to the 23. Defensive turn. John Fletcher, the backup noseman, number 97, getting down there quickly for the special teams. And now, Dick, what do you think about this surge offense?
It hasn't been surging. It really has sputtered the whole time. Pass offense, inconsistent. I'll tell you this, they do run the ball pretty well when they run it. They just don't run it very many times in a row.
Trying to break a 2-week slump here in San Antonio. They struggled in Birmingham offensively. Now Elkins goes deep. Incomplete. That was Paco Craig running the pattern.
That's good coverage. He has no reason to complain on that. That was good coverage. You prefer to have the receiver outside the defender on that. I would anyway.
Were they a little impatient?
Oh, I don't think so. I think so. Go ahead and stretch him out right now.
You coaches always stick together, don't you?
No, it's good to do that once in a while first down. Though I might have done it off a play action fake. They were in a split back formation, which is normally first and 10 is to throw from that formation. I'd have just used a different formation.
Second down and 10. Elkins on a spinning move, incomplete, and he overthrew Archer. That was Sam Archer, number 88, the intended receiver. Well, in the first week of the season, it was Elkins who replaced Ben Bennett, the veteran quarterback from Duke. And today you have to wonder if Bennett might not get a few throws in the fourth quarter. There is Ben watching from the sideline. Third down and 10. Elkins in the shotgun. Good protection. Throws incomplete. Archer again, and that ball was high.
Yeah, that was defended too. If it had been lower, then the defender would have been right there to pick it up. Just a good series of defense right there.
As the third quarter comes to an end, San Antonio scoring 10 points to take the lead. And we'll return after a word from our ABC station. With Dick Vermeil and Mark Jones, I'm Brent Musburger. Nice to have you along with us on a sunshiny day in Texas, and that sunshine is really appreciated in San Antonio. The Sacramento Surge will start the fourth quarter with a punt, hopefully for them, and Traynor gets this one off. It's a boomer. Fair catch at the 31-yard line by Lee Morris, and with another legend is Mark Jones. Mark?
Yeah, I'm with the former coach. Mr. Landry, tell me, do you have the itch to get back in on the field and put the hat back on and coach a little more?
Not really, Mark. I'm just about as close as I want to get right now.
Have you enjoyed the contact with the team?
I've enjoyed it. Yeah, it's always great to see a team put together like this and a lot of enthusiastic kids that want to play, and that makes it good.
Dick Vermeil wants to know if the flex defense would work.
It would really work today with the running game going the way it is. We could handle it.
Thanks for joining us, Tom.
Thank you, Mark. As Andrew Johnson pounds out to the 39-yard line. I guess the flex would work if one Bob Lillard was lined up at defensive tackle.
I'll tell you, and the Stotners and those people coaching it, that was an extremely well-coached defense, very disciplined, and it was tough to attack.
I think we should point out that Tom Landry is one of the owners, along with his son, of the San Antonio franchise.
333.
Second down and short now for Mike Johnson, who has done a spectacular job in the second half. First down, Johnson pounds out to the 44. Oh, the crowd is starting to love it here in San Antonio. They were very uneasy about this game, having to start a quarterback who had never taken a snap. In case you missed the top of the broadcast, San Antonio has lost two quarterbacks in as many games, Jason Garrett and Lee Saltz. And this is Mike Johnson. He grew up in Baldwin Park, California, Southern California town. Went to Arizona State for a short time. Firing incomplete.
Tried to get him on a little tight coverage out and up and couldn't get it.
San Antonio is busy at work building a new stadium.
30 drop.
This is basically a high school field here. 22,000 seat capacity, and they are building a dome downtown that'll be open in a couple of years.
He didn't audible out of it. Now he's going to run a draw.
844. 1844.
My God.
Fires to Hess, who caught the touchdown.
He audibled about twice that time. I'll tell you, it's amazing. This young quarterback here, 2 weeks, and call all these audibles, and he's doing a heck of a job.
Wide right over 990.
He's gained confidence from, like you said, Brent, coming out in the second half from the end of the second quarter. He's growing a little bit.
And a good coaching job by San Antonio here today. They've given him some things to work with.
7:21.
They've sprinted him out to the side, as you pointed out. Like right here, he does it well. On the run, he'll throw the incompletion, but he did not take the sack that time. In hot pursuit was Pete Nigerian.
He is an intense football player.
Now, beware the blocked punt in the World League as Kent Sullivan goes into punt it. Sacramento looking for a spark right now. No, he was under pressure, but he got it off. Fielded at the 10-yard line. Searcy dives to the 15. We'll take a break and come right back. The new quarterback is Ben Bennett, the veteran out of Duke. Will take over now. His numbers before he was replaced in week 1 against Raleigh-Durham. So Mike Elkins will take a seat. Sacramento down by a touchdown. 12-17 left in regulation. There has not been an overtime game in the World League yet. Frazier, not much daylight there. Terrence Cooks brings him down. So Elkins retires, 8 of 27 for 76 yards.
350, Ricky.
One interception and also a couple of bobbled footballs.
Well, that center exchange snap was not his fault. I think the center just snapped it early because nobody else moved.
What about Bennett as a quarterback?
I don't know, he's been in the Arena League. You know, he broke all kinds of NCAA records at Duke. So he has some throwing ability.
Bennett threw a nice pass that time for the first down. That was Carl Perker from Vanderbilt on the receiving end, and there is a penalty flag down.
With holding number 62 on the offense.
Number 62 is Richard Stevens, the tackle from Tulsa.
They believe right now he's their best offensive tackle, and they believe Mark Newhow, once the season really gets going, will end up being the best tackle. He's that 335-pound guy that evidently is hurt, not playing right now.
Costly penalty. The Surge had a first down, and instead it'll be 2nd and 17. The ball inside the 10-yard line. They show blitz. Here they come. Bennett steps away from it. And throws incomplete as Frazier went down. Frazier slipping as he came away from a defensive player. I think Bennett was complaining that he was tripped up on the play. Mark Ledbetter may have given him a little shove, but not much.
You know, it's just brought to our attention that Mark Newhow is not injured. It was a coach's decision to take him out of the ball game and leave him out based on that early first quarter fight.
So the coach did not like him getting into the fight, pulled him out, and defensively Donnie Gardner leading the charge.
He was impressive in watching him play last week. He has very good quickness off the ball. Talking to him on the practice field, he says he likes the principles of this defense because it turns him loose a little bit more and he gets to penetrate.
The crowd is alive in San Antonio. And the catch is made at the 33. Lee Morris. That was a gambling effort there, and we'll come right back. 9:58 left in regulation. It's 10-3. I alluded to overtime, and we should tell you there is a different overtime rule in the World League.
Who's running the 7? You guys switched it.
It is not the first team to score, as is the case in the NFL. You must score 6 points to win in overtime in the World League. Now, if no team scores 6 points and they go the distance 15 minutes, then the team that perhaps kicked one field goal would be declared the winner. I say that because we're sitting on a 10-3 number right now.
1-8-57.
But the Riders have an opportunity to get more. 1st and 10.
1-8-57.
Set!
Sprinting to the left, Johnson will keep it. And out at the 21-yard line. Nice run. A quarterback who would prefer to throw it rather than run it is with Mark Jones. That's Bart Starr. Mark?
Yeah, Bart, what about the performance of the two quarterbacks today? Your thoughts on that, a former great and Hall of Famer yourself?
Well, I thought Elkins started out in a reasonably strong fashion, but slipped a little bit near the end of the first half. And then, of course, in the second half, I think this momentum has completely changed. And Johnson has really come on strong. I'm very impressed with him. He's had an excellent touch on several passes, but he's also put it in a very small area when he had to as well.
If you're the coach right now, what do you say to your quarterback?
Johnson, San Antonio? I don't think you have to say a great deal to him, just to remain calm and continue doing the things that he has been, because you can see, as I said, the momentum shift, and this young man is executing their offense very well, and they're doing a great job of calling the plays, which are enabling him to excel.
Thanks for joining us, Bart.
You're welcome.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Mark. Johnson has had the plays. He's been able to run 3 times for 30 yards here this afternoon. The protective pocket to Hess, who had a chance for a splendid catch down there. He has scored the only touchdown of the game. He's got a fine pair of hands. Just couldn't quite hold on. Art Malone there defensively, and Hess apparently shaken up.
Wide right, 754.
You can see him down on the bottom of the screen. He ran a delay. Now he goes to the corner. Pretty good contact being made all along there.
754.
Has a chance to catch it. It's being pushed from behind. I think there was contact all through that sim of the route.
3980.
Third down and 12 yards needed for the first down. Johnson throws for the corner and out of bounds. That was Dwight Pickens, who did not start the game because of a tender ankle, and I think you could see as he vaulted back over the signage there that he was holding that left ankle up a little bit.
See, I really think they're in that good field position. They should go ahead and run the football some. You know, they have run pretty well when they've run. They've taken 4 shots. You know, here they're going for the field goal. I think they could have run the ball more.
Now Gallery will attempt a 40-yarder.
Yeah, coach.
He's had 1 block, missed 1, and then hit from 31.
He almost got that one blocked.
No good. So Sacramento will take over, trailing by 7 points with 8 minutes left when you come back. The North American West, San Antonio, looking for its first win of the season, but if they can hang on here and beat Sacramento, and if Birmingham should lose tomorrow night at Montreal, then San Antonio would find itself tied for first. There's the schedule for the week. Saturday, Frankfurt comes out to Sacramento. The Knights are up at Montreal. Our Sunday game is at Barcelona. And then the schedule next Monday at Birmingham and also at Raleigh-Durham. So now 1st and 10 for Ben Bennett and Sacramento. The second quarterback used by Kay Stevenson, handing to Paul Frazier, and Frazier is down at the 25 by Gary Richards.
72 to late. Get a man in a hurry. Let's go.
Dick, any observation on what the Surge might try?
Well, I was trying to get it, see if I could hear his huddle call that time to anticipate what they might do, but whenever they get out of a 2-back set, they throw the football. Now they're only 1 back there.
Oh, the man was in motion.
Yes, he was. They called it
illegal motion. And that will bring this one back.
Oh, Ledbetter is really active, number 94. He rushes a passer, he turns around, the ball's thrown downfield, he turns around, chases him down.
Used to chase him down for the Cougars of Washington State.
You'll see the illegal motion at the top of your screen on the left. See it right there, the running back moving forward, right to the left of your screen. Can't do that.
Go middle screen to X.
All right, middle screen to X, he said. Middle screen to X.
Second and 14.
We got 8-man front defense up there. There's that middle screen, and he dropped it. Ran into one of his own offensive linemen. Big John Berman was out there getting ready to get in the screen. He looked back for the ball. The receiver did and ran right into his offensive tackle.
And let's go. Hey, let's go 999 AC right here.
999. He's going deep. 3 receivers going deep. Pretty hard to get deep in this situation because chances are they're going to be playing back off real loose zone. Shouldn't get beat deep on 3rd and 14.
And they won't. Incomplete. Carl Parker, the deep receiver.
Doesn't look like it matters which guy's playing quarterback. They've only scored 19 points coming into this game. Being held to 3 right now. Oh, nice punt.
Fair catch. And they'll let it drop. It'll be down at the 48-yard line where it will be 1st and 10. And a reminder that our golf is coming up right after football. And again, it is a scramble involving the biggest names in golf, so there should be some wonderful shots hit in that. You give several pros an opportunity to hit a ball from the same spot, and hard telling what they're going to come up with. The independent insurance agent scramble from Houston. Coming up next here on ABC. 1st and 10 for the Riders. They have brought the clock down inside of 6 minutes. They lead it by 7 points. Under Johnson. Stretches out the defense to the far side and into the surge territory to the 45-yard line.
Johnson, like you said earlier, is the 3rd all-time rusher from West Virginia. Out of a good high school football area as well in Georgia.
Well, Ricky Amtrak Blake was held to 21 yards here this afternoon, so Paul Palmer of Barcelona is going to jump to the top of the rushing charts. Andre Johnson now operating in. He's to the 41. There is a penalty flag down on the play, and we'll sort out the flag here. Now let's check in with Mark Jones. Mark.
82 on the offense, holding.
Has only scored 1 offensive touchdown at home this year, and through some very reliable sources here in San Antonio, I found out that there's a Cowboy not doing his job getting the fans fired up. Hey, Cowboy, you're not doing your job, man. Get these guys going.
Hey, Mark, I want you to come back because at the rate this game's going, we could have a 20-minute fill. I don't want to throw it to the Cowboy. So call the medics down there. 5:22 to go in regulation.
Spread left, spread left. Go 11. 11. 3, 9, 30. 3, 9, 30.
What the surge defense needs is a
Watch
turnover.
you draw, watch you draw. They watched it. See, when you take that running back out and put him in motion, if they're going to run, there's only one guy to do it, and that's the quarterback. He tried the quarterback draw.
And Hinton was there. Number 52, Anthony Hinton from Troy State, has played a good game defensively. You cannot fault Sacramento's defense.
Wide left, 744.
Wide left. 744.
74 protection, 4 pattern.
3, 9, 30. 744. 3, 9, 30. Set.
Johnson can't find an open man. Now releases high and incomplete. That was a dangerous throw.
He saw Timmy Moore, number 56, how many held on as long as he could, and Moore got him right as he threw the football.
Now Sacramento may come out after Kent Sullivan here, down by a touchdown. They line 10 up. Here they come. Almost got to it. Searcy at the 25-yard line. Sacramento's ball, 4:26 to go. And a reminder that next Sunday we will take you to Spain, Barcelona. We get a break in the weather. Hard telling how many Spanish football fans we'll get for that one against the Orlando Thunder and Kerwin Bell coming off their first loss of the season in London. Barcelona 3-0, and Paul Palmer, the leading rusher in the league. Scott Ernie from Rutgers doing a wonderful job at quarterback for Jack Bicknell.
The Surge have to realize they're only one play out of this football game at 10-3, plus with the flexibility of going for 2 points, they can win it after the one play.
Bennett firing incomplete.
Coach is not mad at Mark Newhour anymore. He's back in at right tackle, big number 75.
Bennett starts out 0 of 4. His first pass was caught, but there was a penalty, and it was nullified.
He said, you know, Newhour's back, Brent. I think the coach probably said, you know, I'm not as mad as you as I thought I was. Go on in there and see if you can help me win this thing.
4:22 left on the game clock for the Surge. First, at the 30, and that was Greg Ross unloaded on him.
I like the way he plays football. He was an IR with the Miami Dolphins in 1989 with Atlanta last year and got released. I think he should have made it. He plays hard, plays well.
He's playing with a jaw injury, which he suffered in the early minutes of this game. He will not be much of a post-game interview. He's played a whale of a game, as has the entire defense. They need 5 yards here for the first down. Bennett firing incomplete.
Good pressure by Ledbetter, 94. 57, Timmy Walton. Did a good job. Ledbetter plays both outside linebacker and then comes in as a rusher as well. Very effective as a pass rusher.
Kendall Trainer punting again with Morris back deep.
Ooh, boy, he got that one up there. Get away from it.
Takes a Sacramento bounce. Dead at the 30-yard line. And our summary of this North American West matchup. Sacramento has turned it over 3 times. Mike Elkins sidelined after going 8 of 27. Mike Johnson in the first half was 5 of 12. But then in the third quarter, when he led them to 10 points, he's come back strong. 7 of 13 for 105 yards. And that 1 touchdown pass to Hess. 1st and 10.
Go! Set!
Back in the game. Breaks free for a first down. There's Amtrak in high gear.
They call that 34 stretch. You'll see this coming from the end zone. It's just a slant play, the stretch. The offensive line tries to stretch the defense, find a crack inside. He's so strong, he bounces it outside. No contain right there. Free safety. Tommy Garrett has to make the play.
721.
248 pounds, 4.6 speed.
358.
A 20-yard run. That almost equals his entire output. Gives him 41 yards for the game. 1st and 10.
They're going to go the other way with it.
Not much doing there as Nate Hill, number 96, brings Blake down. Only 3 minutes to go, and the Riders trying to close in on their first ever World League victory.
Spread right, 33 trap. Right, 33 trap.
Can't say enough about the coaching effort by Mike Riley and his staff here with their 3rd quarterback in 3 weeks. The defense gave them a chance to win it. And now if they don't make a big mistake, they've got their first World League win.
They're going to run a trap up inside, or at least that was the formation call from the coaches there.
There's Blake. Pounds his way to the 47-yard line. Let's check in with Mark Jones. Mark?
Yeah, guys, you might be wondering why Ricky Blake doesn't have as many carries as we thought he might have. Well, I found out from a source on the bench that Blake had missed a few blocking assignments and running assignments early in the game. Hence, he had to serve his punishment by sitting out on the bench. But they're going to need him come crunch time right now with 2 and change left. Back upstairs.
Thank you, Mark. And the Surge defense used one of its 3 timeouts.
Are we on set?
So 2:23 to go.
40 sneak. What do you got?
How about 235? Come around the corner. If he's not there, I'll just run it and keep it and fall down. If stay in bounds. If not, I'll hit the corner.
There you go. 235, and you got a chip too.
Gotcha.
So we're going to go wide left, no, wide right, 235. Tommy, wide right, 235, all right?
I go 234. Bring.
They might be coming off that
They're bringing
corner
out
over
the corner. 33's coming every play.
there. Okay, you want to get around him? What do you think?
I think it'd be fine.
Wide?
Here we go, here we go. Wide left 235?
Yeah. Wide right! We're going to go with it, Tom. He wants to run around the corner there.
Tommy is Tommy Lee, the offensive coach upstairs. Now 33 that they're concerned with is Greg Coet, the strong safety from USC, whom he has said has been coming on every play. So let's just watch and see what develops here. He's going to try to run away from him.
Go! Set!
Sprinting to the outside and throwing high, incomplete. And as a result, it'll be a punt. And Ken Sullivan will try to get this one off, and Sacramento will try to block it.
You know, this guy right here ought to be the player of the game. Last week, he punted a ball for no yards and one for 6 yards, and today he's punted awfully well.
They were offside. Sacramento jumped offside. But the 5-yard penalty will not give them a first down. It'll be 4th and 2, but they don't want to jump the next time. It was a good gamble because the 5 yards would not give San Antonio a first down. The man to watch is Robert McWright, number 21, from the right side. He is the cornerback who has been coming hard at Sullivan and getting ever so close.
We got encroachment on the defense, number 21.
That's the man who's been tried to anticipate, and he knows how close he's been, and if he can pick up half a step, he'll get there.
Solid now, solid.
Good job.
He'll let this one out into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Watch McWright.
Number 21, McWright, coming off there. See, they just keep him out there, keep him out there. If he's that far away from the ball and you screen him at all, there's no way he can get to it. Two minutes, 4 seconds to go. They've got plenty of time. And all 3 timeouts left? Only
just
2 left.
2. The defense just used one moments ago. Bennett in the shotgun. Ducks away from the pressure. Spins from the second man. A penalty flag is down on the play. There were a couple of penalty flags thrown on that play. I wonder if Bennett was roughed up a little bit at the end of that play.
Someone might have got a face mask. It looked like they did.
Holding, 28 on the offense. Face mask on the defense. Offset, replay the down.
You can see him coming right there. There's the face mask right there. Number 93, David Bailey.
We're at the 2-minute warning. San Antonio 10, Sacramento 3. Sacramento's ball when you come back.
2-minute warning.
It'll be rocking in old Barcelona next Sunday. And this telecast is presented by authority of the World League of American Football and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the World League of American Football is prohibited. Total yards by quarter will show you that Mike Johnson has done the job for San Antonio in the 3rd quarter. Here it is Bennett trying to rally the surge. He hits Frazier out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Let's take a look now at the numbers offensively in the game so far, because it reveals quite a difference. Sacramento dominating in the 1st quarter, but since then it has been San Antonio and Mike Johnson.
Now, big percentage drop each quarter. You have to give the credit, I think, to Greg Newhouse, the defensive coordinator, Bill Bradley, the secondary coach, and Don Winnick, the defensive line coach. They've done a good job.
Bill Bradley, a former buddy of yours.
Played for me at the Philadelphia Eagles in 1976, the end of his career.
Bennett with a penalty marker down. Hey, a deflected pass that is caught, but the referee threw the penalty flag.
Holding.
Going to be a holding call against San Antonio.
62 on the offense, holding.
Against Sacramento, I mean. Check that. It was Richard Stevens holding.
I think that's the 2nd holding call on Rich today. Great big guy at 6'7", 312 pounds. Just move your feet, Rich. You won't have to hold it.
Has to be a disappointing show so far for owner Fred Anderson of the Sacramento Surge, who is in attendance, traveling here with his team. But it's a franchise that has great opportunity in Sacramento. Oh, tremendous football fans. And high snap. Bennett gets it back. He'll eat it at the 11-yard line. Ledbetter again, number 94.
He has done a whale of a job today. You know, he's been around the quarterback, he's been in his face, and he has sacked him. Plus, he's run the receiver down from behind after he's caught the ball. Give him some credit. Here he goes. There he is. He takes the offensive lineman right in with him.
Caught by Frazier and steps out of bounds, but far short of the first down. Minute 23 to go. And the Surge is probably being forced to go for it on 4th down here. They will. They need to get to the 30-yard line. A timeout is being called.
No more disguise. Okay. Get on top, make it easy. Let's play ball, all right?
And, of course, our golf coverage will be coming up next from Houston. That's the Independent Insurance Agent Scramble next right here on ABC. Roger Twyble standing by to bring you that. 1:23 is left. Sacramento with 1 timeout remaining, and the San Antonio defense and a quarterback by the name of Mike Johnson. The story here this afternoon. Their 3rd quarterback in as many games, and it was this splendid defensive effort which gave the Riders an opportunity to win. And now Ben Bennett needing a big play. 4th down and 12. Sacramento with only 1 first down in the second half against this defense. They show blitz. They come up the middle. Bennett throws incomplete. San Antonio will win its first game.
That receiver didn't have a chance to catch that football. He was nowhere close to being open. He just threw the ball away all over. There's Greg Ross. He has played very well despite having that jaw problem. You know, it's amazing. You talk to the coaches, you talk to Mike Riley and the staff, all they say is, boy, do we need to win. We're on through. Boy, do we need to win. You talk to the other coaching staff, they're saying, boy, do we need to win. We lost the tough one. Boy, do we need to win. It's the same every week.
Now Birmingham with a chance to take over first in the North American West, but they must beat Montreal, which will be on the comeback trail after losing last week. Great crowds have been the story around the league. I think the most disappointing franchise of all so far has to be San Antonio. They thought that this league would explode here, and that has not been the case. Up in Montreal, 53,000 showed up for their inaugural game. They had more fans in Wembley yesterday than showed up for any English Soccer League matches on Saturday.
Charlie Darlington.
Looking for a tight end to help out here. Wants double tight end.
Slot out of the game, go 2 tights, and go quarterbacks.
In the North American East, Orlando, suffering its first loss in London, goes to Barcelona. Montreal can jump into a tie with a win over Birmingham. The Knights and Raleigh-Durham, both 0-3. In the West, San Antonio go to 1-2, tied with Sacramento, and then Birmingham can take over. They beat Montreal, so that brings you up to date. The league that has dominated the European League division, 8-1 so far, and that one loss, Frankfurt was beaten by London in Germany on the opening weekend.
It must be the good food over there.
I think so.
You know, and the other thing, those kids playing over in Europe, their training facilities and locker rooms and practice fields, it's a real adverse situation. And that might be creating something that they all grow together with. Because as we've been there, we saw.
Well, you know, they are together all the time.
Yeah.
They're concentrating as a unit, and it's obviously working for them.
Sacramento's had a lot of problems in practice. They lost a lot of practice time in preparation for the whole season with the bad weather, the rain. You know, they cried for rain in California for a long time, and then they got it, and then they lost at least 6 days of practice preparation.
So San Antonio wins for the first time this year. 10-3 over Sacramento. Mike Riley, the architect, and Mike Johnson pulled the trigger. Down we go to Mark Jones. Mark.
Coach Riley congratulating his players. Big win to finally get that first.
Oh, yeah, it was a great effort by our whole team. You know, we knew it was going to be a struggle. We'd had Mike Johnson just in here, and he did a tremendous job just holding it together, and the guys kept playing hard. It didn't all go well again, but we did enough to make it happen.
Like in Winnipeg, your defense really proved itself worthy today. Greg Ross playing with a dislocated jaw, really courageous.
A lot of guys played like that, and you just got to give them a great hand. And I think our special teams came back. We had a rough time in the field goals, but we did a good job on the punt and the punt coverage, so some things are getting better.
Mike, were you tempted to pull your quarterback out at the last minute, because it's the first game you've had where you haven't lost one?
That really didn't cross my mind, but it probably should have.
Okay, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.
Brent Dick back upstairs.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We'll check in with golf, and we'll track down the winning quarterback here in San Antonio, where the Riders have won for the first time this year, 10-3.